code of ethics that they have, whereby they have, if they do evil, they have to reveal it in some sort of way to cleanse their own conscience. That's what some people have claimed. And it's true that you will see a lot of it in Bond films and, productions like that. So they do put a lot of it in there to kind of throw it in our faces. And at the same time, when you talk about it as a fact, people just say, oh, that was just in a movie or whatever, which is what they've done with this Demons and Angels. At the end it turns out that the Illuminati is just one guy playing a massive joke, and it's all non-existent, so they do that regularly.
Well, take Casino Royale, the first new Bond film. You watch that, and there's a guy staging terrorism on airlines for put options, which is exactly what happened on 9/11 in reality. It just absolutely never ends. Okay, Watson, let's come back and talk about the youth brigades. Then we're scheduled to have Jim Tucker, American Free Press, joining us. And then on top of that, London Guardian reporter has been arrested twice. We'll see what else has happened to him. By now, we'll be getting inside scoops of the Bilderberg agenda. Key first-time breaking news coming up.
Did you know many vitamin and mineral supplements on the market are made from rocks and ground-up shells? Think about that. Would you swallow a handful of shells you found at the beach? Our body wasn't designed to digest rocks and shells. Hello, my name is Dr. David Friedman, formulator of Choose for Health, a delicious-tasting chewable dietary supplement derived from 16 fruits, vegetables, and antioxidants. Unlike hard-to-digest pills, Choose for Health is a convenient chewable which allows for better digestion. The choice is yours. Swallow rocks and shells to supplement your diet, or a natural chewable product you can better digest. Choose for Health, the world's first superfruit, sea vegetable, antioxidant chewable. Whole food nutrition, not rocks and shells. 1-800-210-1922. Call now and receive a free copy of my best-selling CD, America's Unbalanced Diet. 1-800-210-1922. Or go to orderchoose.com.
Hey folks, Alex Jones here. I'm sending out a special alert to all those out there listening with credit card debt and struggling to make payments. I'm going to give you a very important phone number. Due to a declining economy and credit crisis, you now have the power to settle your debt and lower your payments by up to 60% or more by calling the Bailout Group. This program has already settled over $100 million of debt and are saving individual consumers thousands of dollars. Folks, if you are struggling with credit card debt and those excessive interest payments, the time is now to take advantage of this opportunity. Call the Bailout Group today at 1-800-324-6554. I hope our listeners take advantage of this. The call is free, and in 10 minutes they will show you how much you can save right over the phone with one simple call. Let the Bailout Group bail you out of debt, reduce your payments by up to 60%, and save you thousands of dollars today. That number again is 1-800-324-6554. 800-324-6554. The Bailout Group.
Less than a century ago, half of the American public grew much of their own food. Today, it's been estimated that only 1% of Americans still grow their own food. During the Great Depression, over 18 million people suffered from starvation. And as America continues down its current path, for many, the reality of another depression is a very serious concern. With massive layoffs and unemployment at record levels, growing your own food will help you save money that you'd normally spend at the grocery store. Invest in your family's future by stocking up with your very own supply of seeds available from GetSeeds.net. Each order includes over 14,000 non-GMO, chemical-free seeds that will provide you with food for years. Call 877-394-6657 to get 100 varieties of our heirloom seeds for just $49. Once again, that's GetSeeds.net or call 877-394-6657 to establish your own food supply today.
Somebody in Tucker's room, some woman just answered. He's coming up in about 10 minutes. He said, oh, yes, Mr. Tucker's on in an hour. They're 8 hours ahead in Greece, Central Time, so he may be on an hour. He may be on in 5 minutes. By 8, 9 at night, Jim gets a little tired from running around all day with the secret police chasing him. But he always makes it. So Jim's coming up sometime in the next few hours. And we've also are going to have the London Guardian writer with an update coming up in T-minus 35 minutes. Going back to Paul Joseph Watson. Paul, government readies youth corps to take on vets. That's the story at Prison Planet. This article needs to go mega viral. Calling all info warriors. We need you to get this out to people. We need to punch through the mainstream media and make this a major story like the Department of Homeland Security saying vets are the #1 threat. They've been training, and Paul, I don't know if you added this to the article. I only read the first part of it this morning before I got on air because you posted it right before I went on air. Part 2 to yesterday's story. I don't know. Did you add the part about how they've done improvised explosive devices training with every police department in the nation, every medium-sized to big, telling the local police, we've had them on, that they're getting ready for vets to come back and start bombing the police, which is just asinine. So again, that's another big piece. The entire attack formation of Homeland Security is for conservatives and gun owners. Paul Watson.
Right. When I saw this, immediately it screamed out Hitlerjugend, Hitler Youth, because in Nazi Germany, the Hitler Youth originated out of the Boy Scout movement. The Boy Scout movement started off as it did in America. You know, it was about sports and survival skills and camping and stuff like that. And it was when it was taken over by the Nazis, it was militarized and rolled into the Hitler Youth, which at its peak in 1940 had 8 million members. And they were given the same kind of training that's described in this New York Times article. And what Wikipedia won't tell you about the Hitler Youth was that they would just roam around Germany harassing people. There's a story in there. I mention it every time I come on air because it's such a good book, Rise and Fall of the Third Reich by William Shirer, where they're just out roaming around harassing families, having picnics and stuff. And, you know, they were a component of the thought police in Nazi Germany, the Hitler Youth. And that's what screamed out to me when I saw this article in the New York Times yesterday.
Paul, continue.
Yeah, and they, as you said, they talk about taking on a disgruntled Iraq war veteran and subduing people, disarming people, suspected terrorists. And then if you apply what Homeland Security defines as a terrorist from their own lexicon documents and from MIAC as well on the federal level, it's gun owners, people who are aware of their rights, people who display bumper stickers.
Paul Watson, I got to stop you there. I'm going to need to keep you on hold for 15 minutes to finish this key report. For 15 minutes, at the end of this segment, and about 15 in, we've got Jim Tucker very, very busy with massive breaking news from his hotel room there just a few miles away from Club Bilderberg. Jim Tucker, thank you so much for breaking away from the press conference to join us.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, we're breaking in 1 minute, but Jim, there have been a lot of other arrests and people being detained, the news is reporting. What have you seen on that front?
Absolutely.
Tell us what you've seen.
I know a great deal. I know a great deal because they'll come down at 7 o'clock at night and tell me about it.
Okay, Jim, we're going to break for 70 seconds. We're going to come right back to you in 70 seconds to brief us. Jim Tucker, author of the definitive work on the Bilderberg Group, the Jim Tucker Diary, 30-plus years tracking him, available at Infowars.com and AmericanFreePress.net. Jim Tucker, stay with us.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
What can you do to keep you and your family safe from the resistant new strains of deadly bacteria and viruses? Check out supernaturalsilver.com today, or visit the link on Infowars.com to find out more about this incredible new silver compound. The new silver solution is a natural antibiotic that is clinically tested to kill viruses, germs, bacteria, and yeast safely. This new technology has proven itself to be a formidable weapon against bio-threats of today and tomorrow. The new silver solution gel has been shown to disinfect topically and keep the area sanitized for up to 4 hours. The new silver solution is a highly effective, potent nanoparticle solution that is lethal to bacteria, yeast, and viruses. Go to supernaturalsilver.com and see the amazing line of products they have available. Check out the